Came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree.
Okay, 1025. Let's go look at the hits. So a little bit of overdrive, as you can see here. Those C zone hits right there. Everything else was A zone. Overdrive, right? Why does that happen? Well, I mean, it primarily happens because we drive the gun further than we want to. And so when we think about transitioning from target to target, what I would recommend to you guys is, especially for dry fire practice, pick a spot, like a random spot in your living room, in your garage, and then have a target that you want to drive to. And go start from that random spot, whatever it is, and then drive to that target that you want to get to. Okay, and there's a couple things we're going to talk about there. One is obviously PID, which is positively identify, IDing the target that you want to get to. And so that may mean that I can just use my eyes to get there, or I may have to turn my entire head, depending on how far that transition is. As soon as I ID it, then my eyes stay there, and I drive my gun to my eyes. So if I'm looking here, I'm going to look that way and then drive my gun to my eyes. Okay, that's obviously PID. Let's talk about the mechanics of transitioning. So there's something that we teach called 3/4, 1/4 that helps people out tremendously because it's giving you structure. It's giving you a unit of measure to help you with your transitions. I'm not just sitting there saying transition fast or drive your gun or like, you know what I mean? So that's all like cool, but tell me how to do that. Like give me something to help me out with that. So the 3/4, 1/4 rule, which is not my credit, it's something that we learned where I taught at back at the unit. And so what it means is that for the first 3/4 of that distance to that new target or to that target, I am driving that gun as hard as I can, okay? Intentionally driving it as hard as I can. For that last 1/4 distance, I am intentionally slowing down in order to not overdrive, okay? So 3/4 fast and hard, 1/4 slow down deliberately so that you don't overdrive past your target. And if you guys do that with your dry fire practice, then you can drive harder, it'll speed you up, you'll pick up your targets faster, and the end result is less overdrive over time, less and less overdrive until overdrive is gone, right? And you have to practice both ways. You just can't go right to left or left to right or whatever. You got to practice small transitions, narrow ones, and then wider transitions, right? Maybe from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock or whatever it is. Now, that 3/4, 1/4 rule is a little harder with smaller transitions because by the time you speed up and you gain momentum and you get to that top speed, you already have to slow down. You have to slow down probably prior to you getting the top speed, right? But for bigger transitions from here to here or something in between that 180, that's a little bit easier. So the bigger the transition, the easier it is to apply that 3/4, 1/4 rule. All right, guys, so that's something for you guys to take away. 3/4, 1/4, not just target transitions, give some structure to it. Hopefully you get something like this or better. I had 4 that I overdrove, but for the most part, the other 14 shots that I took are all in the center there, okay? And I obviously hit my steel. So I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.